Hi there. Hope you guys are doing really, really well. My name is Brian. I am your queer psychic bestie, and I'm reading for you guys today. We are going to be doing a Lionsgate general reading today. So it is 8/8. That is the Lionsgate. Great for manifesting, great for calling in your dreams. I am going to see what dreams you guys are trying to call in and how we can help you get those dreams called in. Okay, so this is an all signs reading. There is no specific sign that I am setting for this one. It is just a, if you happened to find this video, if you happen to see it, it may resonate for you. As always, this is the internet. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. For those of you that would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through email or form submission on my website. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's get one more card out. I'm going to be doing my normal creative spread or creative, like lack of structure spread, which is just kind of like 6 across, and then we clarify in 2s. So let's get into this, guys. Let me just move my what is this called? A mouse. I almost called it a cursor, and I was like, that's not what it's called. All right, cool. Bottom of the deck. Let's see what our challenge is for the Lionsgate. Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Swords. Okay, so this kind of checks with your larger reading here, because right off the bat, what I can tell, the collective that I am tapping into, or that I'm connecting with, your main goal right now is happiness. Your main goal is, you know, we'll get more into it, but Knight of Swords with the Sun. How can I be as happy as possible in my current life? Okay. And it feels like with your challenge with the Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Swords, some of you may not believe that you even deserve that type of happiness, that you're even worthy of that type of happiness. You know, with the Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups, I feel like for a lot of you guys, for some of you, it's going to be love. For others of you, it's not. For those of you that are looking to manifest love, it feels like you're struggling in the arena of just like constant disappointment. Like it feels like you're battling disappointment a lot, like pretty frequently. And so it feels like for some of you guys, your levels of hope are down, you know, because it feels like you're kind of in this place of you could be dealing with allergies as well. All of a sudden I'm getting like random itches like all over my body. Um, for some of you, it feels like you're dealing with this doubt right now of like, okay, well, I'm trying to call this in. I'm using the Lionsgate portal. I'm using my guides. I'm using my spirituality. I'm using my craft, and I'm just constantly disappointed by the quality of people that I'm running across. Um, so I think that's really interesting. We're definitely going to dig into that, and we're going to see what's going on. So let's get right into it. With the Knight of Swords and the Sun is the first card out, like I said, for a lot of you guys, this is really like you're in some sort of like positive. I almost want to call it like a vacuum right now. That's a weird way to give it to me. Like, you know, like a vacuum, it creates that like kind of like tunnel. Some of you are literally in that tunnel. Like, I'm just charging forward. I'm going through the tunnel and I'm trying to get to where I want to get to here. Um, and it is positive. This does not feel negative. This feels positive to me. Ooh, Hierophant, Emperor. Okay. Uh, like I said, it's definitely high levels of commitment. A lot of you are looking for love. A lot of you are looking also stability. I just heard really a lot of you are looking for stability. Let's see. What can you tell me about this? What can you tell me about this, please? Thank you. Also, if you see me fidgeting a little bit, I'm still dealing. I shouldn't say still. I have some back issues from when I was a hairdresser, and they act up every once in a while. They're acting up. So, if you see me a little antsy, that's why. Interesting. The Fool, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're just really you're focused on as cliche as it sounds. Like, how do I get what I want? You know, I feel like with the Eight of Wands here and the Hierophant and the Fool, a lot of you guys seem to be ready to give your heart to someone, or maybe not give your heart, but or like for those of you that this isn't love, it's going to just be you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move on is almost what I want to say here. It feels like the collective I'm tapping into right now. There's a lot of like I'm ready to take it to the next step. So then what? What do I do? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Keep going. Keep telling me. What's the tea here? Queen of Wands. Okay, period. We love the Queen of Wands. She's high. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show it to you just because I am literally so shocked right now. King and Queen of Wands. We're calling it a soulmate. For a lot of you, like I was saying, Queen of Wands is really strong energy. It is high self-esteem, high boundaries, really good sense of self-worth as well. And with that Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, a lot of you feel like you are ready to meet your match here. Excuse me. Oh, I just got chopped in the throat. So maybe some of you think you're ready to meet your match, but you're not with the throat chop coming in like that. I feel like for some of you, you may have already met this person. Others of you, you have not. But it almost feels like how do I say this? Such a weird way my guides are giving this to me, like twist of fate, like weird, like a chance, like a weird one-off. I don't know. This is a weird energy. For some of you, it's like you run into this person in like a weird fashion, like you're on a road trip and you decide at the last minute to take a road stop in Wawa and in like a a state you're not from, and then you run into this person. It's like some sort of like weird divine timing coming in for some of you. The Moon, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like the chance meaning also happens when you guys are like settling your debt with something, is what I want to say here. I don't feel like that's literal, like money wise, but there's something coming in for a lot of you guys, which you may be calling in with this. Like I said, with the Lion's Gate here, you may be using that energy to call this in, and it's going to show up, but it's going to show up when you're, like I said, you're settling some sort of debt here. It feels like with the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups, there's almost like an ending happening, but you're getting something positive out of the ending. With that Three of Cups, the way my guides are almost giving this to me is like I give you this and then you never talk to me again kind of energy. I don't know what that means. Maybe could be a divorce, could be a separation, a split from work. It feels like for a lot of you, you're just, again, with that moon, like you may not, again, I don't think you're seeing this coming. I think this is going to be a complete shock for you. But what I can tell you is that it feels like a lot of why this hasn't showed up yet is because you have yet to settle that debt. Like I said, I feel like some of you guys have to either make a clean getaway from someone, you have to split from something here. There's an ending that has to happen before this sort of shows up, right? Because even in your next two, you've got the Eight of Cups, which is a walk away, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is slow and steady wins the race. Ace of Pentacles is the slowest moving ace in the deck, but it is the most stable. This is a really good boon for you guys because how I'm hearing it is like it means that what's coming in is going to withstand the test of time. This is going to be a love that like can withstand a hurricane, This is so weird. Again, the Cayman Islands? You could have, maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you're watching this from the Cayman Islands. I really don't know. I just heard Cayman Islands really loud. Maybe I'm assuming some of you are going to be going there. I don't feel like you're going to meet this person there. That's like not what I'm getting. But it feels like with this Eight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're opening up for something. You're prepping for it here. You're letting things go. Let me see. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, Seven of Swords in the World. For some of you, this may be a little bit more low-key. Seven of Swords talks about lying, cheating, stealing. But it can also talk about grabbing your shit and running for the hills. I don't feel lying, cheating, stealing from you guys. I feel grabbing my stuff and running for the hills. I gotta be honest there. I feel like some of you guys are moving in silence. Yeah, Four of Wands. Some of you are moving in silence to get away from some sort of commitment here. I am going to advise you a little bit, collective, here. because there are a few of you, I'm catching the energy, so I do have to address it. If we are considering, if we even, the thought passes your mind, you're in a relationship and you're like, ooh, I want to do something with another person, end it. End it. Point blank, period. There is no if there. Okay? For some of you guys, there is truly a relationship that you are in where someone else is going to catch your eye. You have to end things with the current partner first. Okay? Literally, I don't condone cheating. I am not going to tell you to go out and live your life if that is a byproduct of it. Okay? You're adults here is how I'm hearing this. Like, you need to come to a clean end before you can move on. This is like, this is not one of those, the way my guides are giving this to me is like, if you're divorcing someone right now and legally you're still married, but you're separated, you're just working through the paperwork and the legal matter, that's different. But if I have a partner waiting for me at home and I want to go out and canoodle, that's a problem. Okay? We need to, obviously I'm speaking to mainly, we're going to be looking at, non-polyamorous couples. I can't think of the word I'm looking for here. But for those of you, and even if you are in a poly couple, there are rules and there are boundaries and things like that. So I feel like this is just a reminder for some of you to abide by your own rules and your own boundaries and make sure you're listening to your moral compass, okay? But let's keep going. Yeah, 9 of Wands. It almost feels like for a lot of you, how you're going to help yourself here, yeah. Star, 6 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Wow. The way you're going to start helping yourself here is by having some more open conversation with yourself. Okay? It feels like with the Page of Wands and the Star, some of you need to talk to your inner child a little bit here. It feels like for some of you guys, there's this feeling of being trapped. Like you've kind of trapped yourself in this reality right now. And with that 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, I feel like you're going to get a lot of guidance from your inner child, more than you really think. Okay, this is going to be like I want you to do this. I want you to go here. Like, I need you to deal with this. Like, I feel like some of you guys have, when you meditate or when you deal with the inner, however you connect with your inner child, they're going to be very blunt about it. They're going to be like, you need to deal with this now. And it feels like for some of you guys, again, it's like how you can help your manifestations come in is by helping yourself here. Helping yourself heal, helping yourself move on. 6 of Cups, bottom of the deck, like not being stuck in the past, not being stuck behind rose-colored goggles. 9 of Swords. So weird one. It's like a weird situation I feel like some of you guys are in. What else can you tell me? Can we stop throwing things on the floor, please? Thank you. Hanged Man. Yeah. It's like some of you guys, I feel like you are... How do I say this? It's like you're a little too passive right now. Yeah. Hanged Man and the 4 of Swords. I feel like for some of you guys, you have to remember, like, celestial alignments, things like the Lionsgate portal, manifestation, ritual, all these things, they're not standalone things. They have to be coupled with, like, actual physical action in the real world. So I feel like for some of you guys, there's a little bit of this energy here of like, oh, the ritual will just take care of it, or my guides will take care of it, or this will take care of it. And it's like, no, we got to work on that. Okay. You need to be taking physical action here to make sure you're getting the most out of your rituals, the most out of things like the Lionsgate portal. Okay. The universe isn't just going to come in and fix everything from the ground up, right? We have to put in a certain level of work and a certain level of like determination and perseverance to get where we want to get to. Okay. But it looks like with the Empress and the Temperance, things look good here for you guys, collective. It feels like with the Empress and Temperance, you're being told to definitely make sure you're in balance. Temperance is patience and balance. I don't feel patience for you guys today. I feel balance. I feel like a lot of you guys are being told to get all your ducks in an order, but I'm also hearing like settle your affairs. I don't think they mean, once again, I don't think any of you are actually actively cheating. I don't get that. But I think some of you guys, when we say settle our affairs, that also talks about money matters, and do I owe this person, or do I have to close this account? Is there paperwork? Is there legal matters? You know, for some of you guys, there are these kinds of things. You know, you have the Lovers here. Am I happy in my connection? My connection have to go. You know, there's a lot of questions here for you guys as you move forward, like manifesting your happiness and manifesting all your desires in the world that you want to live in. It almost feels like, I almost want to say like a checklist. I feel like some of you guys have some sort of checklist here that you should be working on. Strength, okay. It's like have the self-esteem to make the tough calls. Yeah, 10 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you guys, this could be work. It doesn't have to be. You could be leaving behind work. You could be moving into new work here. But it feels like with the Strength and the 10 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, for a lot of you, it's like have the bravery to put down some sort of heavy burden or to solve a heavy burden here. You know, I feel like some of you guys are, again, there's like this feeling of, I'm doing all the spiritual work, but it's not following in the physical. Are we doing the physical work too, babe? Are we healing in the physical? Are we healing emotionally? We can't just put spiritual work in and expect to get physical rewards out of it. You know, you've got the Six of Cups again on the bottom of your deck here, guys. I feel like for some of you, you have childhood issues coming into play here, or you could have children. But let's keep going. What else can you tell me about this? Yeah, you're a little in your own way right now, collective. You've got the Ace of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Oh, I just heard really loud. You have to stop telling yourself, I can't do that. With that Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups, I feel like some of you guys, one of the last, like, things that you need to heal here to really start tangibly going after your own happiness and making it manifest in the physical is your, excuse me, the purpose confirmation, your belief system of, well, I can't do that. Why not? You know, with the Ace of Wands here and the Five of Swords, you're so passionate about it, you're so driven about it, but why can't you go after it? Why can't you? You know, I feel like with that Nine of Cups, a lot of you guys are like, well, I'll just have to settle for whatever this is that's in front of you. And it feels like now, again, it's almost like we've come full circle, because it feels like now you've come to this realization, we've went all the way back around, and now we're here again at the beginning with the Knight of Swords and the Sun, and you're like, okay, I don't want to settle anymore. I don't want to keep doing the same things over and over and over again. I don't want to keep being in this cycle. Yeah, High Priestess, intuition coming in for sure. Six of Swords. Yeah. Some of you guys need to... Yeah, Three of Pentacles. It's a lot of physical action here, guys. I gotta be honest with you. This is not really a reading where I feel like you have spiritual work to do. This is like physical 3D work, you know, going to therapy, talking to yourself in front of the mirror, you know, making your peace with connections and then letting them go, snapping the thread there. This to me really feels like, yeah, you have Judgment, bottom of the deck with the Four of Cups. It's walking away and accepting when things are not giving you anymore. Wheel of Fortune not giving you life anymore. This really does not read as a spiritual issue. This doesn't read as like you have a chakra blockage or anything like that. It simply reads as, and I'm going to slam someone here with this, you're asking for a lot, but you may not be doing a lot in the physical world. Obviously, if you are, disregard that. But I feel like some of you guys owe it to yourself to have these talks with yourself, this tough talk of like, okay, I'm asking for this to show up. Why isn't it? Am I the block? Am I in my own way right now? A lot of you are. Yeah, the Sun. The Sun and the Five of Cups. Yet. It's me. Hello. I'm the problem. It's me. With the Sun and the Five of Cups as your last two cards here, it definitely speaks to a lot of you guys are stuck in the past. A lot of you guys, Five of Cups is a past card. It's constantly looking at the spilled cups. It's looking at what happened in the past and assuming that's going to happen this time. Stop assuming the past will repeat and start assuming that you've grown. Start assuming that you know better, that you are healed, that you've done a lot of work here, okay? I feel like for a lot of you guys here, you're just now starting to crack open who you are is how I'm how I'm hearing it is like you're finally, like, the egg is cracking and you're finally revealing who you truly are and what's on the inside here. But in order to get yourself out of the cocoon, out of the egg, you have to stop looking at the past. You have to stop comparing to the past, and you have to stop allowing the past to sort of take hold of you and dictate where your next move is and what your next action is, okay? This is a really positive reading for you guys today, for the collective, for whoever finds this. You know, it feels like you guys are really heading in a good direction, like where you want to go and what you want to do, and making sure that your happiness is a priority. We just need to make sure that we're doing some physical work here as well, that it's not all just spiritual and rituals. And, you know, witchcraft requires practicality. It requires physical work, physical labor, things of that sort, you know? So don't let that fall to the wayside just because you're focused on the spiritual, okay? All right, let's get you an angel message. This is the Angelarium. If you've watched any videos from me ever, I use this all the time. It is my favorite oracle deck. Lionsgate Portal. Can I get advice for the collective, please? Advice for the collective for Lionsgate Portal. How can they achieve their goals? How can they get their manifestation? How can they be the happiest version of themselves that they deserve to be? Interesting. Interesting card. You guys got Bezaleel, Angel of Shadows. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Love this deck so much. Let's read it. It's number 25 for those of you into numerology. Okay. Revealing this card is a reminder that the concerns you are experiencing might be illusory. It's easy to become fixated on ideas that haunt us. Recognizing a pattern of thought for what it is, rather than what it looks like, is a powerful tool. Now might be a suitable time to test your assumptions about what is really haunting you. Wow, I feel like that's very applicable for you guys. Okay, in order to get what you want, you have to be realistic about what's stopping you from getting there. What's the roadblock? What's the sign in the road? What is it trying to show me? What is it trying to teach me? Okay, guys. I am going to end your reading there, collective. That is your Lionsgate Portal reading. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If this reading resonates with you or my reading style resonates with you, do consider liking and subscribing. We are on the road to I almost said 100 subscribers. We just passed 100 subscribers. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. So if you guys would like to interact with me on a live basis, I do go live Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, as well as Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. EST. I do also have a Discord community you can join. Very wholesome, supportive group of girly pops. Yeah, that invitation is open. You can get it if you just pop over on a Twitch. We're always posting the link there. And I leave you guys with this. I hope to see you all on Twitch one of these days, maybe even tonight. Who knows? No pressure. But if not, it's okay. I will see you guys in the next video. All right? Bye.